We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I'm on.
2nd and 5 now. Mayfield, he's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. 3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Run. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check.
Now Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Got it. 3 for Mike. 53 for Mike. Hey, pick your game up.
Now the former Sooner, this is Rodney Anderson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Finley. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
On 1st and 10, Finley. That's complete to John Ross. 23 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Finley sets to throw on 1st down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 24 yards.
That's good for a Browns first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He'll get 3 up to midfield. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Brings up third and 6.
Pistol. 180. Hey, alert.
You remember me? Let's go. Smooth. Mike's 59. You got 99.
Pistol. SOS. My God.
On third down, Mayfield. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling. Oh, wide open, complete. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. Finley setting up on first down. Buying time to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear. but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
57's the mic. Watch 57. All day, every day.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Chubb. Always got some breathing room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Take 3. 218. Jump. Step.
Play fake. Finley. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A first down throw for Finley. Open man is Ross, complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 14-7. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
45. Mike, 45. I'm coming.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Who there? Who there? Hurry, hurry! Check 59, Mike. Mike is... Point it right, point it right, point it right. It's a corner now.
Mayfield down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Mike, check, 59, 59. Watch the run, watch the run. Mike,
Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
First down, Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
A good pick up there, 26 yards. Finley now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Finley to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Bengal first down.
Finley now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. First down, Finley. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Double dog, that's the way. Hey, fight.
Now a run with Anderson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On 1st and 10, Finley. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's a give to Anderson. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. They go with Chubb on second down, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 7 yards there and a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Hey, Orbit.
A first down throw from Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mayfield to throw it. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Hurry! Real. Hey, exit. 61, matchbox lights.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Regular.
Mayfield with it once more. This is the tight end, Njoku. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
57, Mike, 57. Alert! 57's Mike, 57. Hey, Delta. I'm coming after you.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Bengals drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Finley now on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Finley. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Toss play. This is Anderson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Finley. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Finley. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skills showing the power, but just not much room to operate. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Let's go.
Anderson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. To throw is Finley. The quick slant caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You draw Parker. 50, plant.
From the gun, Finley to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Rodney Anderson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for Cleveland. 45 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. It's our field. It's our field.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Mayfield. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, wahoo!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They'll give it to Chubb. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
3rd and goal, they're going with Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Now Finley with a bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. To throw, Finley. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Finley from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
The Browns drive about to get started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Here's Finley, fighting through pressure. That one complete to Anderson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Finley now. He'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
I can't believe they let you play.
Mayfield on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing. Finley. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Play action now. Here's Finley. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally. Finley sets to throw on first down. And Anderson's got it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Finley, 3rd and 2. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the 30 on second down, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Hey, 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Hey, Echo.
Mayfield looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Throwing on second and long. Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, and able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Browns get a score closer. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Now Mayfield toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares?
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with next.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Finley wants to throw this thing. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
218, chopper. Kings.
1st down, Mayfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. One last shot from Mayfield here. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course,
rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for 2. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that 2-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride too. They stopped the 2-point play even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.
So for Cincinnati, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Browns, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.